What's up, guys? Welcome back for the next episode of Oddsparks. I was messing around a little bit with the whole greenhouse setup just to try and improve it a little bit. I noticed we weren't getting enough leaf output as far as all the greenhouses to also funding our greenhouses that are making leaf knots. So made some little changes. I tapped into the other logger over here, so now we've got 3 trees providing leaves. I set up a system to make it so that they'll only drop off stacks of 20 on a single loop line without getting backed up. So the way this works is you put an item or an amount filter for, in this case, a stack of 20, and then you make sure you put a one-way 2 spaces away, so that way they will still line up properly without having the one in the front of the line turn around and get clogged up. So if you do that, then yeah, you won't have to worry about them turning around and running into each other. So then I've got a 0 set up on the end of the line, so that way, no matter what, they have to make sure they drop off into this last big crate. And I fixed the issue that we were having before. The way the setup was working before was, well, wrong. And that's still a little mistake I make on occasion. So if you have a pickup, or rather if you have an offload and an upload in the same square next to each other, here, I'll give you an example. So say, for instance, you've got a line here and you've got sparks coming down this way. If you have an input here and an output here, the sparks will come down the line and they will prioritize the output over this input on the line. So effectively, if they're carrying something before they get here, they'll ignore the input, and that's what was happening over here. This logger effectively wasn't doing anything because this crate was blocking the pickup from here. So I shifted it down a couple tiles to fix that. So now we're actually getting the whole, 90, 90, and 90 and all that stuff. So yeah, before effectively we were only using 90 out of our 180 that we were producing. So this is probably overkill, what I've got set up right now for the amount of fertilizer and leaves that I have now that I fixed that bottleneck, but doesn't matter. We can always add on to this line and pull from it if necessary. But yeah, we've got all of our greenhouses still operating, which is fine. And I didn't really have a huge idea for what I wanted to do on this episode. Maybe I should get the drills up and producing. I turned in the 500 copper ingots, by the way, for village expansion, just so you guys didn't have to sit there and wait. It wasn't too terribly difficult for me to get all that stuff, but anyway. Right. Aether seeds. Where are we at with those? Do you guys ever get frustrated with how I do my pronunciations of ether and aether? I kind of swap them. I interchange them as I see fit, which is randomly. So if that bothers you, just know that's never going to change. Okay, so that's just not something we even have access to then. The seeds of the Aether variety. So we need to get our coral seeds. We need 200 of them. And then we need the raw Aether. Is that an even worse way to pronounce it? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to actually pull from this inventory. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just move this down slightly to here. This poor guy, he's been on this line the whole time, not doing anything. Tell you what, there you go. You can join your brother over here. Okay, and then you can just kind of go straight over here. And now, how do we want to set up storage for you, huh? We could do a barrel if I'm feeling particularly lazy. Let's do that, and we'll get rid of this and this. Now, I think, yeah, you are going to prioritize that first, which that's going to take a little while to fill up, but it'll probably be for the best. This has plenty for now, so I think we can actually get away with that for the time being. Okay, so that's just got to do what it's got to do, I suppose. Yeah. Let's take this and move this right here. How are we looking on these? 260? Getting closer. Still going to be a little while until this is done. That's okay, though. That's okay. This is still running just fine. We've got a surplus here, and this will pretty much always be at either 60 or 80, I think, depending on how it works. And yeah, we'll start to have some... we'll be able to get an example here pretty soon of this 0 line here, which I wanted to see if that was going to work properly. If not, then it's fine. We can have them just kind of go around with full product. Not an issue. So you dropped off. You're going to go through... Okay, yeah, and then you'll just stay right there and wait until the next little bit gets picked up. Okay, and that shouldn't be a problem with them waiting at a corner. That won't cause any congestion issues. I originally had it over here, the whole 20 and a one-way setup, but I decided it was useless to have 2 of these little gateways here. So, yeah, now they're just going to wait to drop off, just like this. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, seems to be working. I figured you would have actually dropped off first, though. Maybe it's because you're sitting on a one-way. Oh, let's try this. Okay, so you drop off. Okay, yeah, so you'll go ahead. So yeah, if somebody's waiting at the one-way, they've already been given their signal to that they've passed this to drop off, which I guess makes sense. I don't know. Whatever. Here, take these. Okay, cool. So this is all humming along just fine. All the fertilizers full. Very full, actually. Very good. It's funny. Somebody asked me in the comments, why didn't I just use a train to bring the Lomies over here? And my response was, I've got too many trains. I didn't want to do trains. I just kind of wanted to do it more old school for this. So anyway, let's go ahead and get some drill production going. Now that I dropped off all those ingots, we don't have to worry about dipping into the supply, as it were. Alright. Head on over here. Now, this would definitely be one of those instances where I would want to bring all this stuff over to, you know, the cold area, because I'm fairly certain that furnaces do better in cold temperatures. Pretty sure. Yeah, optimal temperature -3. But I'm not worried about that, because, yeah, that sounds like a problem for somebody that cares about efficiency, and who's got 2 thumbs and doesn't care about efficiency? This guy. Alright, so let's get some drills going here. So what are we going to need here? 2 copper plus fuel. Okay. Well, the fuel's not that much of a problem. We can probably pull from this existing fuel line that we've got over here. Now, how would we like to do that, though, is the question. I could very easily pull off of this line and, I don't know, bring it over here or something like that. Or I could bring it over here. Although, I don't want to have the furnaces on this tract of land over here, though, because that'll bring their efficiency down. Or no, it'll still be at 100%. I guess when it gets to minus 3%, that's where you get the inefficiencies. So, let's not worry about that. I don't really know how much I care about my throughput of drills, to be honest. Okay, so... The only issue with trying it this way would be... It would be difficult to make sure that the copper ingots get over here. So yeah, we'll probably just do it over on this side. That's okay. Let's go for... I mean, I could also do it this way and then just extend the pre-existing fuel line out this way. Seems a little unnecessary, but... Yeah, I guess this direction would be better. Sure, why not? Okay, and as far as spacing on this, that should be fine, I think. Again, I'm never going to remember to change my recipes before I put down my things. Okay. I think I would like a separate line off of this path, thusly. And then... Would that work? That should be fine. Let's go one away just to be safe. Okay. So you're going to go like that. You're going to go like that. Spunny! A bit excessive, but that's what you get for mildly inconveniencing me. How dare you! Don't you know who I am? He said with dramatic flourish. Alright, so we need one of you. We're going to need one of you. We're going to need a couple of you. I don't know if that's going to be enough for this. Guess we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. It's better than him running around with, you know, full cargo of random bits of coal, I suppose. Right. Let's get dangerous. No, let's go pick up some more haulers, because apparently I'm out. Okay. I really should set up another deal to, you know, consolidate my stony sparks and stuff like that. Kind of like I did with the wood sparks. But The idea of, or the thought of integrating even more railing into this particular area is daunting, to say the least. There we go. Maybe you can have those two back. Okay. Cool. So, let's head on back and complete the line. Then we'll check up on the leaf knots again. Thank you, random crafty spark I put there. I couldn't have done it without you. There you go. There you go. There you go. As far as the output is concerned, where do we want to do this? Well, everything's still being fueled. Yeah, all the furnaces are still going. So that's good. These are going to produce 5.6 a minute. About 11 a minute. These are producing 2.8 a minute for every one. So we're producing 2 every 5 point something. So we're just under production, I think, for the total output for both of these. I don't think that'll be a problem, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So let's take a big crate here. Thusly, let's get a crossing. Yet again, thusly. Don't know what the stack size is for these. I assume 20? I guess we'll see here in a second. Yep, I'm gonna go with 20. Again, I could look it up, but where's the fun in that? Alright, so you can go there, you can go there. I'm not too worried about integrating crossings on these lines, mostly just because, yeah, they're going to be idle at these things for most of their time, I think. Okay, so now we've got drills. Good for us. The shrine is right here, which I should go take a trip into and see about accessing. So, let's go do that. So get ready to join Lag City again as we enter the caves. You know, I've heard from quite a few commenters saying that they once they got to like the caves and the greenhouses and stuff like that, they just kind of lost a lot of their motivation to play. I kind of get it. Performance isn't great in the caves. The stuttering is a little annoying, to say the least. But yeah, like the greenhouses are fine, but okay, yeah, so we are at 3 a minute now. So you can see the crates have actually stopped filling. Once that drops down, is it going to go down even lower than 3 a minute? I kind of assumed it was going to go to 3 a minute, but maybe it's going to go lower. Maybe it's going to drop down to 1 a minute. How about that? Either way, let's continue on. Yeah, still not super effective. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to need that volcanic soil. I don't know when that's going to be. Misty fungus. Oh, you just dropped mist. I guess I should have seen that coming. Silly me. Alright. With a touch, the large shrine whirs into life and checks that everything is still working. You ready yourself when, of course, the shrine spits out a rather unusual-looking creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the Drilly Spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. Drilly Spark rotates its trail ready and eager to receive instructions. However, before anything could be done, with a puff of magic, the spark turns into a copper disc. You place it in your bag, and with the deactivation successful, the shrine states that it is now fully operational and ready to be assigned sparks. Nice. Drilly Spark. Piercing. Defense and offense are through the roof. Okay, one use. Okay, one-time use. Special spark that drills through any matter, including extra hard materials like permafrost and obsidian. Very good. Very good indeed. So I'll probably want to keep that one separate. Oh, you take ether crystals. Oh, okay. 6 slashy sparks. Wow. I mean, I'm definitely gonna want to mass produce these guys. So I'm probably gonna want to hold off on using these ones. And saving them. I don't think I'm going to be producing them here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on that. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that until we get to the village expansion done. Once that's done, that should hopefully unlock the next mission for the researcher, which will allow us to build the Drilly Spark Shrine elsewhere. So, that's fine. As far as all this is concerned, I should probably crack into these other giant ore deposits, seeing as our ore is eventually going to slow down by a lot. I mean, it already has, really. So, I should probably do that. In which case, I need to beat some more Krangolins. I must claim their shells for myself. Thusly. eventually. Alright. I'm gonna want at least another 3. I'm going to try not to remember to... Or I'm going to try to remember to deposit that hauling spark back on the line. No guarantees. So close. So many mushrooms, I'm not even doing anything with them. I mean, I will be eventually, probably. But for now... Okay, that's enough for that. We can deposit some of these. Alright, let's crack open these other ore deposits over here and feed them into the line. I would like to go from this approach here, I think. Guys, though the path is a little thin. Okay, ore miners, let's go this direction. Very good. Okay. I'm trapped. Alright. I'm trapped. Just kidding. Completely fine. Alright, let's hook this up. Over here. Gonna be a little bit annoying to get it all through this windy passage. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. And from here, we can just do this, I guess. Why not? Walk all the way around. How dare you? Oops. Help if I push this the right way. There we go. Yes, that's my timer going off. How would I want this to be set up for a stopper? Probably into the line. That guy's going to be stuck there for a while. about 20 minutes he's going to be stuck there. So actually, yeah, no, this would probably be a bad idea to put this here. Well, I assume 20 minutes. I don't know. Right, a lot of stuff. Don't need. Alright, well, we got a little bit more ore production here to help tide us over. Very good. Very good indeed. This is still completely supplied, and you're coming back with excess. That's a good sign. That means we've got more than enough coal to produce, to supply all of these things. Good. Well, actually, I guess technically end of the line is here as opposed to over here, because they drop off on the way back as opposed to the way forward, because it's backwards. Whatever, doesn't matter. Point is, we have a surplus. Yeah, you're looking pretty fine too. Though that being said, now you are actually empty here. Good for you. How much have you done? Wow, okay. That's actually keeping up phenomenally well. Very good. Before we end the episode, let's go check to see how many leaf knots we've accumulated. I think there's another easy trophy I haven't gotten. Like producing 100 stacks of sawn timber. I don't think I've done that yet. Alright, yeah, this place is looking just fine. You're at 218. I needed 200 of you. So we're good there. I just don't have the inventory to hold all that right now. Sorry, wrong button. So there's 200 there. We just need the raw ether now. Which, raw ether I'm producing here. We could go grab that. How are we looking? 400? 460. Still going to be a little while, but they are all staying up and producing. You are full of fertilizer, which is not a bad problem to have. So close. Okay, what are we getting rid of then? Get rid of the loamy sparks. Get rid of a stack of crafters. Still need more, huh? Alright. Almost done. Almost. Alright. Didn't manage to grow a tree, but I managed to grow something else. The ether flower. It's quite beautiful, if unusual plant. Not sure where we go from here, but just like nature, these things tend to have a long and winding path. What's important is that we enjoy the journey. Cool. So, Need pellets, fertilizer. Pellets and fertilizer. I think we could manage that. I think we could manage that just fine. And yeah, now we're just on this. Wait, new village quests available. What? Oh, I probably just need to clear this. Or, oh no, the researcher. Okay. Let me guess. I hear you've been helping the woodsman grow ether flowers. A wonderful and significant breakthrough. I was very happy to assist him with. Now, we've entered a friendly scientific competition, because I believe that we might be able to use these seeds to create something more than just flowers. I've seen mention of ether crystals in my research, and I'm wondering if these ether seeds are connected in some way. What do you say, my friend? Okay. Oh, you could turn the leaf knots into pellets. That's great. Man, they really went real hard on the greenhouse tech, didn't they? That's fine. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we could probably tie that greenhouse setup into our existing greenhouse setup, so that would produce leaf knots, which we could put the other ones over here, and we could take some of the ether we're producing over here and bring it over here and use that towards making the thing, and so on and so forth. But, hey, that's for another time. Anyway, that's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. Yet again, thank you for all the help with the series. I know you guys have been enjoying it, and I've been enjoying playing. But anyway, see you on the next one. Bye!